In this video, we're going to talk about why this new process that you're being trained on right now is so incredibly important. But before I can get into why it's so important, I want to show you what the old way was. And so the old process here is, so step one, the old content was identified. So let's say you have a website and you've got some pretty old stuff on there, and usually it's a parent that says, hey, this is like 2 years old and you guys need to update your website. And so the motivation grows to update the website, whatever. And so the old content is identified, the webmaster is contacted. This is usually a part-timer that does this for several schools, or maybe you have a webmaster that's on a district level that manages all the websites. So the webmaster is contacted, they ask what new content needs to be put in its place, and then research is done, and then after some significant amount of time the content is replaced. Now, if your school structure is anything like what I'm used to, it's usually a student that comes through and says, hey, this website stinks, I can really update it myself, let me help, let me do it for a Sterling Scholar project, something like that. Or it's a parent that is upset, that maybe has webmaster skills, and they're like, hey, let me do it, let me make it updated and get it rolling. Regardless of who it is, it's usually someone that doesn't have a lot of time. It's usually their secondary project. And so this new process is so significant because you, as the teacher, as the faculty member, as the person that wants to change the content, has access to it right away with very, very little training. And so let that sink in a little bit, or at least reiterate. When something needs to be changed, it can be done right away. Now, this frees up a whole gamut of different possibilities for the website. No longer do you have to submit content to someone else and hopefully it gets on in some amount of time, but you can immediately go on, enter content, hit save, and it's live for the people that need access to it. The benefits, I've written down a couple of benefits here for you. First off, it's time efficient. I'd already talked about that. The second one is much greater likelihood of content even being posted. Like, if you as a teacher can post content, then things like homework assignments, class calendars, resources, online resources that students can access at any time. There are several different things that you can post on the website that make significant impact in the ability for students to learn and for parents to gather that information, so that you don't have any other excuses. If you have your class calendar on there, you can post all of your assignments for the entire semester or trimester, whatever you're on. And so when a student says, oh, I didn't know that was due today, all you have to say is refer to the calendar, it's on there, and I've told you in class this time, this time, and this time. It really does remove the excuses. Also, parents can go on and say, hey, Jimmy, you've got an assignment due on Friday, what can I do to help? Instead of, so how was school? Do you have any assignments due? Jump on your homework. Like, it removes excuses significantly. The next one is when content is being added continuously, then the site kind of becomes alive. It becomes a living, growing organism, if you will, where people, I don't know if you guys do this, but I like to jump onto Yahoo every now and again just to see the new content, just to see what's going on in the world, just kind of a snapshot of new and interesting things that they put on there. It's because they're always adding new content. I would never go to Yahoo if that wasn't the case. And your school website can become that way as well. So the site becomes alive with activity. People are accessing it all the time. And I have definitely seen this be the case in a lot of schools. I mean, I have 2 schools off the top of my head that have hundreds of contacts every single day, with thousands and thousands per month. Now, this is significant because information is being transferred from teachers to parents, or from faculty to parents, immediately, which is, I hope you get the benefit of that. The next one, like I touched on a little bit, communication between parents and teachers increases. The excuses are removed. And lastly, it becomes the go-to place for student resources. I have an elementary school that they have a bunch of links on their website for educational games. So let's say I'm a parent and I say, Jimmy, you've done your chores today. Well done. You have 30 minutes of computer game time. And they already know that their only resource to games is through the school's website, where they have very comprehensive list of educational games. That helps the education continue even at home. And I've heard from parents constantly of where the students will go home and actually play games, play these educational games even outside of the classroom, which is really, really neat because the education is continuing even at home. So I hope I've given you enough reason to make this happen, to contribute to your school's website through these videos. And since you're watching this video in the first place, that means that you already have the desire, which is excellent. So I'm going to just jump right into it. The next couple of videos, we're going to do a quick run through, which is essentially, well, I'll just describe it then. So I'll let you go and jump on to the next video.